Netanyahu is not a dictator. I mean, it is a democracy with a cabinet with a nation to secure, and the ideal that Israel, again, these are the misconceptions that Israel has been the hurdle to a temporary ceasefire to return the hostages. It's just not true. Israel has actually agreed to all the bridging strategies proposed by the United States, and but won't sacrifice the security of Israel, which no nation would be required to in order to allow Hamas to conduct October 7th and then survive. I mean, Israel has a national security concern to remove or demilitarize Gaza and remove Hamas from power and never letting them have power again. But the idea that Israel or Netanyahu himself is the biggest hurdle to a temporary ceasefire that would bring hostages home is just not true.
Jake?
I agree with John. I think that in Netanyahu's mind, so far as anyone can ascertain, there's obviously going to be a mixture of political motivations and his own personal gain, but also national security motivations and what's good for the country. And with any politician, that's always going to be mixed up. And like I said, Israel is so divided at the moment, and the arguments are so febrile. The left are accusing Netanyahu of scuppering a deal because with a hostage deal, the far right members of his coalition have threatened to bring down the government by resigning and toppling him from power. But at the same time, it could equally be argued that the left are trying to push for a deal because that would also cause Netanyahu to have problems with his coalition and topple him from power. So if you want to be cynical, you've got to be cynical really across the board, or then Netanyahu has his reputation for being particularly venal. I don't think he's he's a politician, and there are politicians on both sides of this argument. Ultimately, like John, I believe that it's a bit of a stretch to think that any Western leader will place the lives of their citizens secondary to their own political career. It's a big accusation that makes that really does paint a hugely debased image of Netanyahu. He's a politician. He's got his faults, like many people do. But personally, I think that's going a bit far.